We want you to hear us and believe us when we say there are manifestations in your vortex that if you will hope for them and believe for them and eventually come to know them, they will manifest in full view for you. Have you ever had an experience of sharing the planet with others who don't see it the way you do? Has that ever happened to you? Have you ever been in a particular place in time where you were laughing and someone else was crying and you were standing in the same space? Have you ever noticed that perception is about what's happening to you individually, not about what's happening to you collectively? But if you are able to drum up enough attention to the collective from CNN does a good job of it and so forth, that the individual perspective is then skewed by the larger perspective, then you begin feeling much the same way, and then you begin having more and more of the same experiences. That's really what economic tides are about. We would like to convince you that this is a vibrational world. It's a vibrational world that is changing constantly and has already changed in ways that please you, that you are depriving yourself of seeing because you haven't come out of the closet yet. You're still hiding from the real reality as you are scrutinizing the limited reality. And when you realize that there is a bigger reality, we want to coax you over here into this vibrational reality, this vortex of creation. We want to coax you over often enough, speaking to you in reasonable terms until we elicit from you a vibrational resonance that then gives you full view. Sometimes in your human vocabulary you say, oh, then I saw the light. Then I saw the light. And we say, yeah, that's what we're talking about. Then I remembered who I am. Then I remembered that all is well. Then I remembered why I'm here. Then I remembered who I am. Then I remembered all is well. Then I remembered who I am. Then I remembered how it feels. Then I remembered. And it's a visceral memory. It's a lighthearted memory. It's a all is well memory. It's everything is good memory. It's that it doesn't matter what appears to be through my screwy, limited, self-inflicted interpretation of manifestation. It's so interesting to talk with our physical friends because we love you very much, have such a warped view of reality. It's so warped. It's like you have a big house and every room is beautifully furnished and immaculately tended to and technologically brilliant. It's just this fabulous house with this incredible view, surrounded by the most beautiful plants. And you have decided to live in the closet with the vacuum. And sometimes other people come to visit you and they look around your house and they say, oh, wow. Oh, I would give anything to live here. And you'd say, why? Why? Because without meaning to, you have practiced yourself into viewpoints that are depriving you of the fullness of all that you are. And we want you to come out into the rest of your house. We want you to come out into your world. We want you to find a way a little more every day to allow your full view of not just what is, but what is becoming. Because what is changing in relationship to what your viewpoint is, you see. Everything is perceptual. So if you are sick, it's a perceptual thing. And often you will say, no. It's proven by the tests, by the facts. There are a lot of people who are confirming this sickness or confirming this bankruptcy or confirming where I stand. And we say, all that is happening is that you are perceiving fragments of that which you really are because you are practiced at not allowing the fullness of who you are to manifest. So when we talk about manifestation, what we're really talking about is your perception of what's around you, your perception of your body, your perception of your world, your perception of your economy. That's the big one these days. So many people perceiving based upon what other people are perceiving. That's like saying, well, my mother lived in the closet and her mother lived in the closet, and I thought we were just supposed to live in the closet. And I know it's not rational when I listen to you, Abraham. I know that I could just open the door and come out, but it's not easy to open the door and come out when I've been in here for so long. Now, this analogy is strong. You laughed at it at first. Now it's starting to depress you. But the reason that we offer analogies is because we want to get your attention. We would like you to leave here today saying to yourself, I want full view. I want full view, which means I want to be moment by moment, day by day, up to speed with how the source within me is viewing life. And what we mean by that is you are so much more than these physical bodies. You are so much more than this physical beingness that you sometimes or even often perceive. You have source within you. You are more vibration than you are anything else. So everything that everyone wants, no matter what it is because they think they will feel better in the having of it. So when you figure out how to have that relationship and you are already in complete alignment with who you are, now you've already come full circle to the reason that you want anything. But we want to help you to remember that you are here in this physical format because it is so delicious from your vortex standpoint to then affect manifestation. In other words, creation in this leading edge time-space reality, the stuff, the matter, the people, the conversations, the understanding, the philosophies, the economy, everything will evolve or be spawned from your aligned state of being. And so don't you just really enjoy finding alignment with who you are and then watching that vortex relationship and that connection with this energy that creates worlds? Don't you just love it when that creative power flows through your creative fingertips for the confirming manifestation of your alignment? We want you to realize that since everything that you want is because you would think you will feel better in the having of it, we want you to realize with us here today that the primary manifestation that you are looking for, moment by moment by moment, what you're really trying to create, is an emotion right now that feels good. That's why you want to go to a movie that moves you, or to a movie that thrills you, or to a sporting event that makes you feel good. That's why you want to hang out with friends that are uplifting. It's why you want to go places that are inspiring. It's why you want to go on a vacation. It's why you want that new house. It's why you want to drive that car. In other words, you want those experiences because you want to feel good, and you believe that some of those experiences, if you are able to create them and control them, will cause you to feel good. And we don't disagree with any of that. We know that there are many wonderful feeling experiences that you are seeking because you want to feel good. We just want, by the time that you are leaving this room today, to have convinced you that the primary manifestation that you are looking for, and we are using this word specifically and powerfully, we want you to accept with us that the primary manifestation that you're looking for is the manifestation of feeling good. It's the emotional manifestation. And if we can convince you of that, we know that you get it conceptually. But if we can convince you of that, and then further, if we can convince you, and we are really in the convincing mood, so come along with us. If we can convince you that not only is the manifestation of emotion the manifestation that you're really looking for, but that it is something that you can control. You can control your mood manifestation. You can control your attitude manifestation. You just got to understand how it works. And you got to care enough about how you feel to be willing to direct your thoughts in places that do cause the manifestation that feels good, and then you've got it. Once you figure this out, once you accept that the way you feel is in your control, and is, after all, what you have been here in the process of creating all along, then as you begin to deliberately direct your thoughts and discover the delicious alignment that is possible at all times. Now you find what you all have been looking for, that absolute freedom. Freedom from bondage, freedom from fear, freedom from poverty, freedom from sickness, freedom from all those things that you've wanted freedom from. You find it when all along what it has been is freedom from resistance over which you have complete and utter and absolute control. Really you do, really you do, really you do, really you do. We told you we're in the convincing mode. Really you do, really you do, really you do. So it is our desire, as we are moving through the hours that we are together today, to remind you that you have control of your emotions. Now, many would say, how? And many more would say, why? Why would I want to control my emotions? And we say, because it's your in-the-moment life experience. We want to say, why would you not? Why would you not rather feel good than bad in any moment? And most of you would say, well, when you put it that way, of course we would rather feel good than bad. In fact, everything that anyone wants, no matter what it is, a material object, a pile of money, a relationship, an improved condition, everything that everyone wants is because they believe they would feel better in the having of it, no exception. So at very clear, deep levels, you understand that you want to feel good. You just don't yet know that you can always feel good. So we want to approach this emotion which is central to your moment-to-moment life. We want to approach it from a new framework today. Many times you come to these gatherings because you do want to gain control over your life experience. And if you've been listening to us for a while, you've been hearing us say, might want to give that control up. Because the control that most humans are trying to effect is control of conditions. If I could just control that condition, then when I look at it, I would have a good feeling, knee-jerk response to it. Because good conditions evoke good feelings from me, while bad conditions evoke bad feelings from me. So most humans are really going about it the hard way, the impossible way, trying to control conditions. Whether you know it or not, or whether you even want to know it or not, you're vibrational beings. And you are, in this physical format, extensions of an eternal consciousness, a source energy point of view that has expressly presented itself here into this physical experience. So you began as source energy, but you remain as source energy even though you are here focused in this physical body. Most people, you're a little different than most people, don't get that. Most people don't get that. Most people think that they were non-physical. They call it soul or angel, or I came from heaven and here I am, but I'm here now, not there. And that's not true. You are source energy always. And that source energy is focused here in this physical body. And we want you to know that in you coming into this body, you didn't come without the larger part of you. The larger part of you came too. The larger part of you is present here in this time-space reality. The larger part of you is here now. And to the degree that you are in sync vibrationally, then you get the full representation of who you are. So how do you feel in a moment when the fullness of who you are is being allowed by you, when you realize that you are source energy in these physical bodies, and that the source energy part of you is always here with you, to the degree that you allow it through the syncing of the vibration, you have a fuller experience. In other words, how would you know when you're allowing the fullness of who you are to flow? You feel really good. You feel frisky. You feel clear-minded. You feel flexible. You feel intelligence. You feel all-knowingness. You feel intuitiveness. You feel harmony. You feel love. You feel appreciation. You feel tuned in, tapped in, turned on. You feel the fullness of who you are. And when you pinch it off, and it's easy to do because it's easy to get out of sync with source, all you have to do is get mad at somebody, you're out of sync with source. All you have to do is not like yourself a little, you're out of sync with source. All you have to do is nitpick.